Hello everyone, I'm Raki Rupani, Communications Coordinator for BNI here in the UAE. And today we have the most dynamic, the most energetic chapter of all, the BNI Rising Phoenix chapter. They'll be celebrating their 15-year anniversary very soon. So let's get chatting with the leadership team. Arushi, who's the president, Pramod, the vice president, and Suketu, the secretary treasurer. Hi guys, team Rising Phoenix, how are you all doing today?
All well.
Good, Raki.
Even Pramod. All good, all well.
Fantastic.
So, firstly, I want to wish all of you a big congratulations. September is your anniversary month, 15 years. You guys are celebrating as a chapter. So, many congratulations to all of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I
Thank
can
you
see
so
that
much.
we have the seasoned members as well as the newbies. So, it's good to see that flavor around in the leadership team as well. Tell us, before we get started with the questions, I want to ask all of you one by one to introduce yourselves in terms of your business and a little bit about your BNI journey, starting with you, Arushi.
Okay, so of course, I'm Arushi. I'm a landscape architect by profession, and I run a family business with my mother called Fiona Environs, where we basically design and build outdoor spaces. So anything to do with landscape, that is what we do. And as far as BNI journey is concerned, I came to BNI, I think 3.5 years ago, and I just walked in as a visitor into the room. And the very next week, I was inducted. There was no questions, there was nothing. I wanted to join. I took up the seat, and here I am now.
And here you are as the president. That's amazing. How about you, Pramod?
My name is Pramod Kurian. I work as Chief Operating Officer at Pinnacle Computer Systems. We are an IT solutions company providing solutions on IT hardware, IT networks, services, and cloud computing. I've been a member of RP for 8+ years now. I started my journey by substituting my boss in RP, and I became a permanent substitute for almost a year. Then when we had an opportunity, I jumped in and grabbed it. The reason of joining BNI at that point was I thought BNI would push me because I was a techie in my head and I didn't want to really meet people. Then I realized this platform is going to push me, and rest is like you know.
Excellent. And we have seen that growth. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that, Pramod. How about you, Suketu?
Hi Raki, hi everyone. I'm Suketu from Zamil Decor and I have been a member for BNI Rising Phoenix for 15 years. It has been a long journey and we are into customized furniture. We design and build customized woodworks for home, offices, showrooms, any type of woodworks. We cater to all type of furniture works.
That's amazing, Suketu. And you've recently been featured on our member spotlight as well. So it's glad. I'm happy to have you back with us today.
Thank you.
So tell us about your 15-year celebration. We've had this conversation before. So tell us, how are you guys planning to celebrate this? Arushi.
So it's 15 years. So of course, it has to be big. We are looking to have an event, an in-person event where we celebrate with members, ex-members, everyone who's been a part of the 15-year journey. And we're still planning it, and it's a month away. So all the events team is on it, the LT, the committee, everyone's on it, and everyone's working really hard to make this event an amazing one.
That's awesome. And we have the seasoned and the new members here with us. I just want to ask you all another question, which is how has the 15-year journey been for all of you, starting with Suketu?
Oh, the journey for 15 years has truly been amazing. At times, it's hard to believe how time has passed by. And I'll always remember my first day in BNI when I had been as a visitor. And we used to have our meeting in World Trade Center only at that very time also, but in a separate area. And there was a group of around 20 to 25 people networking. And here I am. I immediately applied for the membership the moment I finished with the meeting, and the next week I was inducted, and then rest is history, as you say.
Absolutely, absolutely. And promote yourself over 8 years with BNI and with the Rising Phoenix. Any special memories that you can share with us?
One feature presentation I saw in BNI, if I have to name, it was by CJ, and CJ was presenting on how he never used to speak in English till the age of 20 or 22, and then where he is today. I mean, that presentation actually shifted my mindset and pushed me to join BNI. And my strength was technology, and I could do any kind of a technical presentation, but I never wanted to face people. And all my mentors, whether in business, in various aspects of life, came from BNI. So the first 4 years probably would have been hardcore learning. I learned with different masters, BNI skills and business skills, because I was in a transition phase from a techie to a business, a manager, more into a business role. So that entire learning, that support came from BNI. Then that journey started, and I started enjoying being part of the community, and the power of giving I experienced all throughout.
It's amazing. And how about you, Arushi? You joined, you took up roles, and now you're the president. Any special memories you have that you would like to share with us?
I mean, there's many, but the one that I don't think I'll ever forget was literally the day I, for the first time, walked into a meeting, because I didn't know what BNI was. I didn't know who are these group of people. Why do they meet at 6 a.m.? Why do I have to do this? And all of my questions were answered just by being there. So when I entered the meeting, there are like 50 people, and there's so much energy at like 6:30 a.m. in the room. And I was quite young. I mean, I'm still quite young, but having to walk into that room, like I wasn't intimidated, like I was like, people welcomed me. I learned a lot from people. My mentor was also CJ, so I learned a lot from him. So my personal growth has been so much, business as well. But that one memory of just walking in and having the mic, saying my 30 seconds, and everyone meeting me in the breakfast and making sure I'm okay, I'm comfortable, to the point that I was inducted in my first meeting, how everyone welcomed me and how the induction was, I think that was amazing. I still have a recording of that kept with me, so that was amazing.
That's really interesting, and thank you for sharing that. Pramod, over to you. Any learnings you've had from the past? I know we've gone through this transition of in-person and then going to online, and there are slowly chapters going back to in-person as well. So any learnings that you've had from the past, and how would you like to take it forward?
I would mention two things. One is dealing with people. My biggest learning from BNI was how to deal with this 40, 50 business owners. Because I became vice president, I think in 14 or 15 months into BNI. Wow. And it was a 1-year term, and the chapter grew quite a bit during that period. So that was a real learning. When I came back as vice president after 6 years, I realized how valuable that learning was, and how it used to help me. I mean, it is currently helping me in all the aspects of my life, in business, in dealing with people, in other areas. Second is, like you said, the transition from in-person to virtual and back to in-person. This is like some BNI says tradition and innovation.
Absolutely.
I've really gone through that journey. One Saturday, Suresh called me and said, tomorrow we are meeting virtual. You have to do the spotlight. So I asked him what it is. He said, we will figure it out. So that was a journey. And that's how we shifted. And then, then we evolved, we learned. Now we are trying to go back into in-person or a hybrid. Huge learning. Yeah, it is all throughout different kinds of learnings, but these two I really want to specially mention.
So delegating, dealing with people, and also traditions and innovation. Which you're right.
Traditions and innovation, yeah.
That's amazing. How about you, Arushi? Anything that you learned that you would like to share with the audience?
I mean, of course, I learned a lot. But the one thing I also learned from a business perspective is that I never realized who I can connect with, or like who is the person who can become my referral partner, for example. Like, you don't know what contact sphere means or what referral partner means until you come to BNI and realize who are these people or who are these companies. So, for example, like, I would never think that a moving company would become my referral partner, or a pest control company will become my referral partner. So having to identify these different kind of collaborations, or not, how you collaborate, how you can market together, power teams as well. How do power teams work? So our construction power team has worked very well, where we're constantly be able to refer each other. That was something I was not able to do as part of business development in the company without BNI, or before BNI. So just having a different perspective, I guess, is what I learned.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, because I'm aware that all three of you would be stepping down, and the new term's going to be beginning very soon. What is your plan, Arushi, going forward, and your vision? How do you see the chapter in the next 12 months?
So yeah, we are stepping down, but personally, since I've been in the chapter, I've always been in some sort of role. Be it from a visitor host that we always get be a part of when you're a new member, to where I am now, but I'm always going to be around. I know I always want to be taking roles and doing my bit for the chapter, whatever I can do, or use me as a resource, or wherever I can be of use. So I know I'm going to be around even for the next term or the term after, of course, if I get the opportunity to. Other than that, I think what has happened in this term is the sort of bond that has happened within the chapter, whether it be in person, smaller socials, to power teams. So if that continues, I hope to see the chapter bond more and sort of create these opportunities for like partnerships or strategies or synergies. Like we have Satyen and Reem who are partnered for Dubai on Demand. We also had CJ and Bijoy George partner up. So more opportunities like this that come up where members can collaborate or have more partnerships, basically.
Interesting, very interesting answer. And now my next question is for the techie guy and who does a lot of admin work, which is Pramod, Vice President. We all know how much of admin work there is with that. And over the past maybe couple of years, not only BNI Connect, but a lot of different tools and systems have been integrated within BNI. So Pramod, over to you. Any systems and tools that you like, which makes your current job as a Vice President more productive or efficient?
I've seen the changes happening with BNI Connect. I was never a hardcore mobile app user. I still predominantly use the standard web application. So the way it is transitioned is amazing. As a VP now, I used to get my reports done probably in 1 hour. Now the pre-meeting reports are done in probably 10 to 15 minutes max. So once you learn how to use it, the app has evolved and there's a lot of option, and the mobile app has evolved really well. I started using it only after taking up this role. When members started contacting me, how to do this, how to do that, I started exploring it. See, it became extremely user-friendly. The number of clicks have reduced. To find information, it becomes extremely easy. So, and the recent changes. After every upgrade, you see somebody is listening to you and then doing these changes. So it's really amazing.
That's really good. How about you, Suketu? I know even as a treasurer, there are a lot of admin roles that you all do. And of course, you all have to have a team. Systems and tools, anything from BNI Connect to Business Builder to podcast, anything that you use, which makes not only your job as a ST, but otherwise as a member, you feel that you're doing great?
I think we had some big shoes to fill in by the work the previous Hariti had done. So we tried to follow the same path what they had set up. We had the systems which were already in place. We just had to make sure that we carry forward the same system with some innovation in it. And I'm sure the new LT will make it to a greater height.
Absolutely, absolutely. My next question is for Pramod and Arushi. Probably one of you or both of you can answer. Given that I actually already mentioned that a lot of chapters are going back into to in-person, but there are some other chapters which are permanently online chapters, or the ones that are still going to be online for a while. Chapter engagement is key. So how do you guys keep your chapter engaged? Any tips that you would like to share with other chapters watching this video?
So I think a big part of a role of a president is to ensure that, right? To ensure that the meeting is conducted well and it is engaged. So when I took up the role, I think that was my number one focus, and I just made sure that every morning, even if I switch it on at 6 a.m., we have this 5 of us who log in at 6, and between 6 to 6:15, we have like this our own huddle where we know what's going to happen in the meeting. That's the spotlight team or like the visitor host who knows who's coming in. So that sets the meeting very, make sure the meeting is very smooth. And then as and when members start joining in, we have breakout rooms where we have a topic for every week. Now, what we're also doing is, as this LT, we're following a theme of VCP, which is visibility, credibility, and profitability. So every month is a month of either visibility or the month of credibility. So your breakout rooms topics are based on that. So this month, like this meeting was the last meeting of credibility, and now we're moving on to the next month, which is profitability. So that breakout room ensures some sort of engagement in terms of the topic that we're discussing, and we come back to the room and in open networking discuss that topic openly. We have spotlighting that has always been happening, but the one thing I ensure is that the meeting starts on a high energy and ends on a high energy. Of course, my personality sort of makes that easier for me, but I basically make sure that the meeting ends on time, if not before time, because the focus is more on open networking and for the chapter to bond in that open networking within Zoom. So yeah.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
Lucky to add on to that,
Mhm.
what I feel is we had two great designers in the team, and our presentations were tweaked, which kept people engaged. I mean, all throughout the a lot of things were added, like the traffic light, how people are moving in traffic lights. So a lot of members really valued that, and also the planning. Um, every meeting was planned well. It was never a random meeting. And we have like 3 more meetings to go. We never had a random meeting. Every meeting, all 3 of us plus a couple of people knew what to expect and how it is going to be done. I think that also really helped.
Absolutely.
And president's energy.
Absolutely.
Just to add on to that, we have our own monthly bulletin also in the chapter, which we share every month, where we engage all the things what we have done during the month, where we stand as a chapter, what are the socials we had done during the month, members who have renovated, new members who have been inducted. We share all these things on the monthly bulletin internally in our chapter also.
That's amazing. Amazing to know so many of the changes and so many of the things that you've introduced during your term. So now going on to the new term, which is very shortly, just if you all can let us know what has been working for you in the chapter and how would you like to impart, say, your knowledge and wisdom onto the new teams? How would you like to tell them that, or anything to the new people who are stepping in from the other chapters also into these roles of the leadership team that you would like to advise?
So, I mean, if I may take this, so one thing that has worked really well in the chapter is that we had our events team, which is Audrey and Farhad, and they had this idea of having smaller socials, obviously coming from a Zoom, complete Zoom kind of socials that we were having in the last term, to have smaller socials, even if it's for 10, 20 people, but have multiple of them within the month. So that encourages a lot of bonding. And we followed, again, it was followed by a theme. So we had these series, that we had these RP series called RP eats, RP sees, RP learns, RP stays. So, we have lunches being organized. Just even 10 people go out together, just have a business lunch together. So that became RP eats. And then we had movie nights. So that became RPCs. And then we had like one member per month who particularly addresses a pain point, a business pain point or a personal pain point, and takes up a 1 hour slot either on Zoom or in person, and educates the chapter. So that became RP Learns. And we had a meditation session by Monica and Rashmi. We had an expo session by Reem. We had a CRM session by Satyan. So that encouraged a lot of that bonding outside the meeting as well. And that's something that it didn't take time. I think within the first month we initiated this and everyone was on board. So if that continues, I feel the bonding will stay strong.
That's really very good. What about yourself? Anybody would like to add anything? Pramod, Suketu?
I think one thing we initially discussed, even before we took up the roles, was our agenda is to get add value to every member. So whatever we planned was across the chapter, and we wanted everybody to be engaged. And all the events, all the committee and all the related people, they made an effort to get people who are in black and red to participate. They're generally slightly disconnected and not engaged. I think that efforts also helped, and they also the new members. So and these events were in person. So new members got a chance to meet with the chapter, meet with some senior people. They got an idea on how BNI works. Otherwise, they've seen only this 50 to 54 faces on the screen.
Online. Yeah.
Yeah. So that really helped. So we try to engage everyone as much as possible within the whatever space available, which also really helped us.
I couldn't agree more with that. Chapter bonding is so important, and you guys are doing amazingly well with all these socials. And I really like the RP chats, RPCs, RP watches. I mean, these all are great initiatives you all have taken forward. My last question is for all of you. I mean, a lot of people are actually joining, and there's a certain percentage. I'm sure it's something over 40 or 50% of the members who have just seen the online Zoom platform of BNI. So as we're going to go back to in-person very shortly, and to all the new members who will be watching this video, any tips you would like to share with them about what to expect in BNI and how to, go about the journey? Starting with you, Arushi.
So I think as a new member, it can get quite overwhelming to have so many people and have your mentoring going on, and you have to finish your MMP. It can be quite overwhelming, but I would just say just sit back and take it one step at a time and just enjoy the process, form those connections and meet with your referral partners, and everything will happen. Everything will fall into place automatically.
Amazing. What about you guys, Pramod, Suketu, the seasoned members?
No, I fully agree with Arushi. All my mentoring sessions, I used to tell people, don't try anything extraordinary. You do the basics right, things will start working for you. Like Arushi said, you get overwhelmed, but don't get carried away. You have very basic stuff to do, like 4 or 5 parameters to look after. Just stay there, do that basics. Things starts evolving over a period of time. That was my experience. So I always tell new members, don't try anything funny, because people give you a lot of inputs. Do that. Traffic lights is one part of it. It is not only the traffic lights, and also stay there. You stay there, you will get results over a period of time.
And speaking of funny, let's hear from our most witty person out here, some anecdote or something interesting that you would like to share with all the new members. Suketu.
My word of advice for the new members is from the famous line of Sunil Gavaskar. They just hang on to the pitch, the ball will come onto the bat sooner rather than later. So you just have to be patient. Your dream and dream results will come. Just be patient. Go to your basics. Be prepared with your proper 30 seconds. Good one-to-one, and the referrals will follow you sooner rather than later.
That's amazing. Thank you for all your advice to all of you, Arushi, Suketu, Pramod. It's great to have you here with us. And there you have it, guys. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to have you on board with us. And thank you for sharing all your knowledge. I wish you guys all the more success, not with 15, but many more years. So enjoy the ride, and many congratulations to all of you once again.
Thank you, Raki.
you
Thank you
so
so much
much.
for giving
Thank
us
you,
this
Raki.
platform as well.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.